Hi, Alan Stratton here from CostMatters.com. Frequently we hear the question, how do we allocate management to product cost? The person posing the question is probably going down their company's chart of accounts and attempting to allocate every account to product cost. This person is typically implementing activity-based cost, or ABC, and wants a fully absorbed cost. This person could be looking at upper management or other lower levels of management. But let's assume that they are analyzing upper management for the moment. In the past, at least in manufacturing, product cost was defined by what went into cost of goods sold on the income statement. Management was typically considered administrative and put into the selling, general, and administrative, or SG&A bucket. From the income statement, just to review, revenue minus cost of goods sold yields gross margin. Remember gross margin. Gross margin minus selling, general, and administrative results in earnings before interest and taxes. Over the past decades, the ratio of selling, general, and administrative, or SG&A cost, has grown significantly in respect to product cost. Consequently, one major driving force between activity-based cost is to recognize and to capture significant product-related costs that are currently in SG&A and give them appropriate attention and cost management as product costs. Now, we find this person implementing ABC and attempting to allocate SG&A to product cost. With today's computer technology, this allocation is possible. But wait, just because we can allocate everything does not mean we should allocate everything. The first questions to ask are, would this influence a decision? And would this influence a decision appropriately? And a corollary question would be, would the result be significant to the product? Here's where I suggest the historical gross margin concept still applies, but in a slightly different twist. With gross margin, everyone understood that there were other costs that had to be covered before the company actually made a profit. Recognizing this need, sometimes the terminology changed to gross margin contribution. The company had, in effect, a portfolio of products that it sold. The resulting gross margin was then expected to cover all other costs and produce a profit. No one allocated SG&A to individual products. No one wanted to or needed to make this allocation. Now, with ABC, we recognize the significant product-related costs that are in SG&A. But this does not mean that we must allocate everything. More advanced ABC implementations recognize business-sustaining costs. These are costs that are not allocated to products. Why? Because they don't vary with products. They don't relate to the product decision. The margin realized from product sales needs to be large enough to cover these business-sustaining costs and to provide a bottom line profit. And this approach is very similar to our prior understanding of gross margin. The difference is that significant product-related costs are now in the product cost. And these costs could influence a product decision and influence it appropriately. These costs are significant to the product. Costs that do not qualify remain in business sustaining. And product profit must cover these costs and produce a profit. Not only does the business sustaining approach improve decision making, it also reduces the effort and cost to build and sustain an ABC model. This is the best of both worlds. And other advanced ABC implementations also segregate customer-related costs from product costs. In reviewing the initial ABC results in a banking process, the vice president focused on a rather large cost, and he immediately questioned this cost and wanted to trim it back. That is, until he was informed that he was included in this cost. He then immediately recognized the need for business sustaining costs. With modern technology and methods, just because we can allocate every individual cost does not mean we should allocate them. The historical gross margin concept still has value when adapted to activity-based cost. And we must remember and keep paramount the objective to provide relevant and actionable information for management decisions. So, what's your experience with business sustaining costs in your company? Please share them below. When cost matters, profits soar. This is Alan Stratton from costmatters.com, and thank you.